Hey guys, DaveBeater20 back again, and today's a little episode on my favorite retro old school Nintendo controllers, guys. I'm going to let you guys know what my favorite controllers are and what my complaints are about some of the other controllers. Okay guys, and what I mean by old school and retro, no, I'm not talking about this thing right here or that nunchuck. No, we're not talking about those. These are not retro. Even if you hold this sideways and play your NES games on the Virtual Console, no, that does not feel retro. Look how skinny this controller is, look how small the buttons are, look how small that D-pad is, and look how big my hands are. So no, that does not feel retro to me. So the first controller on my list that I like, that's the best, that does not have a joystick. This is not going to be my favorite controller, just one of my favorites that does not have a joystick, and that's going to be none other than a Super Nintendo controller, guys. This controller is just, I don't know, it's comfortable. The D-pad is really big, real responsive. I haven't had any problems with this at all, and I played the crap out of my Super Nintendo. And not once did this thing ever break on me. So, yeah, this is quality. It doesn't get no better than this. And what really aggravates me, what I'm going to go on to now, is the classic controller. They like to say that this is kind of like the Super Nintendo controller. But if you look at it, okay, let's look at the Super Nintendo controller first. Look at the round edges right here, okay? And then it goes up and in, and it's straight right there. So it's not completely round. But if you look at the classic controller, it's completely round all the way. And it has those joysticks in the middle. And I know they put those joysticks in the middle so people can play like their N64 games and stuff like that with a joystick. But guys, just use your GameCube controller for that. I mean, this classic controller right here really aggravates me. It's really uncomfortable. I kind of regret buying it, to be honest with you. I only use this when I play like Super Nintendo games, only because I can't use this thing. I was actually going to go online and buy that Super Famicom Club Nintendo controller, but man, it's like 75 bucks on eBay, and that's a lot of money that I'm not willing to spend right now for a controller. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the classic controller. I'm a big fan of the Super Nintendo controller. Okay, guys, moving on. The next controller that came after that was for the N64, and I mean, you guys all remember when this N64 first came out, and we all looked at this controller and we were like, oh my god, it was like futuristic, you know? We're looking at this thing and we're like, man, now that's a controller right there. That thing looks badass. And you're looking at it and you put it in your hand and it just fits perfectly. If you don't want to use the joystick, you just use the middle nub right there. And if you have to use the D-pad, you use the far left nub. And it just fits your hand perfectly. And it's just an all-around perfect controller. And this probably would have been my favorite controller, but the reason why it's not is because of the joystick. We all know about this joystick right here. After abuse of this game, especially playing like Mario Party, when you gotta like jam the joystick like this, I mean, it really takes abuse. And that joystick was not meant to take abuse like that. And if you guys all know, you get that little plastic dust around the edge there, and you actually do wear out your joystick to where it's all flimsy and just wobbling all over the place. I'm lucky. This one actually is still like brand new because I took good care of it. But you guys all know when you take, I mean, I've gotten more controllers because I've actually wore them out. I mean, these actually will fall apart. These joysticks right here. They'll be real flimsy. You can just do this, shake it, and you'll see the joystick flipping all over the place. And it was a big flaw in the design of this controller. They did not make that joystick thick enough. It was not durable enough. And that brings me to my next controller, which is my favorite controller of all time. I have not met a controller that actually has competed with this one, and that is the GameCube controller, guys. This controller just feels absolutely perfect. I mean, it fits my hands. I got big hands, and it just fits me perfectly. I mean, I love even the shoulder buttons up top have little indentations for your fingers. It's perfect, real comfortable. The Z button's right below right above the R button, where easy access. You can actually hit any button on this without barely moving your fingers. Really comfortable. I really enjoy this controller. And there's only one controller that I like better than this, and again, it's the GameCube controller. It's just the wireless version, and that would be the wireless Wavebirds made by Nintendo, guys. These game controllers are awesome. I mean, it's probably the best you'll ever find. You will never find a wireless game, controller that lives up to this competition right here. They don't make these no more. They are really hard to find. But if you can find these, I highly recommend you picking them up. If you can actually find these brand new sealed in the box, oh my god. Instantly buy it, guys. Do not let this pass you up. I've seen a few GameStops actually still have these brand new, but let me tell you what, it is very rare. It is really rare to find these brand new in the box. And let me warn you, if you want to find these brand new in the box on eBay or online, be prepared to pay about 40, 50 bucks. They're going to be going for a pretty good price. I actually got these for about 20 to 30 bucks a piece on eBay, which wasn't bad. I mean, they're actually, if you look at these, they're in great condition. They're almost like brand new, and they work perfectly. And it comes with a little receiver. You just plug it in the GameCube port, and you just set the channel. Right here is your little channel. You make sure that it's set on the same channel as the receiver, and it works every time. And I know you're thinking, man, it's a wireless controller. It might actually, is there delay? Is there any lag in the gameplay? No, there is not. If you got full battery charge, there will be no lag or delay in these controllers at all. I highly recommend these controllers, guys. You cannot go wrong. So, guys, and you know, I'll tell you something else about these controllers. I've had the same batteries in these controllers forever. I mean, I've had these batteries in here forever, and they still work like brand new. So the battery life is just absolutely amazing on these controllers. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's my favorite GameCube controller is the Wavebird, and it's the best controller of all time in my opinion, guys. You will not go wrong with the Wavebird. I know a lot of third parties, developers out there made like their own wireless GameCube controller. I know GameStop has their own brand. Pelican has their own brand. And let me tell you guys, I bought a bunch of different brands of wireless controllers before I actually went out and bought these. Do not buy them, guys. It's a waste of money. The joysticks end up jamming on you. They end up being not responsive. They break really easily. Please just go online if you can and buy these ones. They come highly recommended by me. I guarantee you will not go wrong. But yeah, guys, that's been Vampire20 here telling you my favorite old school retro game controller, and that's the Wavebird wireless GameCube controller, guys. That's been Vampire20. I hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more to come shortly, guys. Thanks again.